about to die. I'm gonna sound insane. Hello, welcome back. It's Taylor Renee back again for another video on this lovely Taylor Tuesday. Today, hold on, I need water. Hydration. Okay, it's Taylor Tuesday and we're back for part 2 of the last week's video where I made over my studio room. You guys remember this wall? This wall that I did myself? Of myself? Yeah, that video. This is part 2. So if you didn't watch part 1, you need to go back and watch it, because what you're doing here, sis, this is part 2. Today's videos is full of DIYs and decorating, but the twist in today's video is that all the DIYs are from the dollar store. The dollar store. The dollar store. That means I spent one singular dollar on each of these items that I used for these DIYs. I'm so excited, so excited. Are you excited? Get excited. The very first DIY is me marbling a bunch of stuff because painting marble is hard, but I figured out an easy way to do it with dollar store stuff. I still can't believe that I got all this stuff from the dollar. Okay, never mind. So we're starting off with a bowl of room temperature water. It's important that the water is room temperature. Don't mind this nail, okay? It came off. Don't judge. Also, don't mind the nails in these videos because, listen, okay, DIYing is hard. It takes fingers. So you get a bunch of nail polish from the dollar store. And you pour it into the room temperature water. You kind of like swirl it around. Does that make sense? You add as many colors as you want. Put it in, swirl it around with like a toothpick. I use this skewer for kebabs because we don't ever make kebabs. But we got a bunch of skewers. I swirls it around and then you just dip whatever you're trying to marble into the water and it gives a marble effect. Are you blown away like me? Because I am blown away. This cost, say it with me, $1. I took a glass and the vase of one of my plants. I think I dipped them both twice to give them, depth. And I realized the second time around that the more you swirl the nail polishes before you dip, the better marbling effect you get. It wasn't bad either way. Loved it. Moving on. Second DIY was a terrarium. Ever made a terrarium before? Ever heard of a terrarium before? Me neither. But you know where's a good place to get inspiration? Pinterest. I wanted to make one of these, but we're on a budget. We're on a budget, sis. So we went to the dollar store. And from the dollar store, I got rocks in 2 separate colors. You see the white ones, you see the brown ones, and I just put them in this bowl. I already had this fish bowl, okay? This fish bowl is not from the dollar store. I had fish once. I don't anymore. So I had an empty fish bowl and I put the rocks in it. This was my terrarium. But at the dollar store, they do have plastic terrarium bowls. They might have glass ones too. I didn't actually look, but they have the like flattish ones. Anyway, from the dollar store, I also got this mossy stuff that I put in the terrarium because terrariums are usually green, right? Pinterest says yes. So I added the green stuff. And then I found the cutest. Okay, the cutest little house that I'm pretty sure is for like gnomes or fairies, maybe, but I got it from the dollar store, so it could be for anything, right? Do you think a fairy is gonna come live in my studio? Or a gnome? Are gnomes evil? I hope it's a fairy. So next to the little house, I just put this little fake succulent. I get those from the dollar store. You saw those in the last video. And these little wooden ball things, also from the dollar store. It just looked like it all went together, so I bought all of it. Okay, I made a second terrarium because overachiever over here. And this one, I just wanted to kind of look like the rose from Beauty and the Beast. Tell me if I nailed it or not. You're gonna get to see all of these DIYs living in their full glory at the end when I show you the full room tour. Okay, so stay tuned. My next DIY is probably the one that I'm most proud of me for. I picked up these frames from the dollar store. Frames, like picture frames from the dollar store. But they were all different colors, right? And that's not really the aesthetic of this room. The aesthetic of this room is like white, a little bit of pink, a lot of green. Okay, but lots of different color woods, just not it. That's not it. So what I did was I spray painted them all white because easiest way to make something fit your decor is to spray paint it. Once I had all of these white frames, what I wanted to do was what's it called? Collage? Is collage right? Collage isn't right. Is it? Gallery. I wanted to do a gallery wall. And originally the idea I had was, again, from Pinterest, But I didn't want them to all be different colors because that doesn't really go with the aesthetic of this room. And I also wanted them to have something in it. I didn't want them to be empty picture frames, you know, because that just doesn't really make a lot of sense to me. I went searching on Pinterest again because Pinterest is the place for all the inspiration and saw this. And this is a great idea, except I don't want to do that with my real plants. I love my babies and I don't want to rip them up. So I got a bunch of pictures of plants and printed them out and put them in these frames. I'm going to make a gallery wall of pictures of plants. Here's a hack when you're making a gallery wall, because I know that it's hard to get your vision on the wall because you have to remember where to put the nails, and that, who remembers to do that? So here's what you do. You get yourself a poster board, or in my case, 2 poster boards. Tape them together, put them on the floor. Lay out your pictures the way that you want them to look on the wall, on the poster board, on the floor. And then get you a Sharpie or a pen or a crayon, prick your finger and use your blood, I don't care, and then just trace the top of each frame onto the poster board. It's really that easy. It doesn't even have to necessarily be straight, because all you really need is an idea of where each picture goes. Once you do all that, don't forget to take a picture with your cell phone so that you remember the way you laid out these pictures, because that's the whole point, right? And then tape your poster board to the wall where you want your gallery to be. It's really this easy. This is the hack. Pay attention. Take your nail that you're hanging the picture on, use that line that you drew on the poster board, and tap the nail right into the center of that line. And then pull the nail out, so that when you take the poster board down, there's just a bunch of holes that you know to put your nails back into. Isn't this brilliant? Somebody pay me. After that, go ahead and hang up your pictures. Use the picture on your phone that you took, use that for reference. Hang your pictures up on the wall, level them, because that's important. And then you're left with what is a beautiful gallery wall. I'm pointing over here because it's over here, but you can't see it because it's out of frame. It's beautiful though. You're gonna see it in a minute, just wait. The next thing I did was kind of like spontaneous, because y'all know how I am. I see something, I like it, I want it, I buy it. Ariana Grande, coming for your brand. At the dollar store, again, the dollar store, I found this like plant insert. I don't know what it's called, but it goes in plant things. And I also had this, I think it's a mail bin thing that I rescued from my mom's house when she was moving. It wasn't this color when I rescued it. It was like wrought iron. Is that a color? Is that a color? Wrought iron? Yes. But I spray painted it white because, again, aesthetic. The insert didn't fit inside of it, so I had to do a little choppity. I mounted it on the wall, stuffed some vines in it, and it looks gorgeous. And I know you're thinking, stop it, because I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, Taylor, what? Why did you put this in such a random place? It's just hanging on the wall. There's nothing around it. That doesn't make any sense. But do you know me? It's mounted under the window where my plants like to hang out and get some sun sometimes. So it just like ties it in. It makes sense. Don't come for me. You don't know me. And sis, that's really it for the DIYs. I'm gonna show you how I decorated in a minute. But for the DIY portion of this video, it's over. That was fast, right? And it was all stuff from what? Say it with me. The dollar store. $1? $1? $1? Okay, but on a serious note, there is a part of the room that I didn't get to finish. And I'm really sad about it. It's the top shelf. It's basically the part that's supposed to hold the statement piece of the room. I couldn't find what I was looking for. But I'm gonna explain it to you so that you can use your imagination, okay? Ready? Here we go. It's like a tree. I'm gonna sound insane. It's like a tree branch, okay? But not like a branch, like a branch, you know? And it's kind of shaped like, it's kind of shaped like this. And I just want to paint it white or gold or yellow. I don't know, I gotta find it first. I'm thinking I can find it outside, but I have not had any luck yet. Let me know if you see something like that. Okay, here's the full tour of the room. I hope you like it. I worked very hard on it. It changed 1,000,000 times between the time that I started and what I ended up with, but I love it. I turned this little space, because it's not a huge room. I mean, it's a nice size room, but it's not huge. But I turned this little space into a place where I can record in like several different places. I can record here, 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 in front of both of these. Plain pink wall, plain white wall. So tell me what you think. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, that's your business. I hope you had a great time watching me transform this room. I hope you had as great of a time as I had transforming the room. Hit that subscribe button and the bell so that you're notified every time I post on Taylor Tuesdays, and I will see you next week. Bye!